I am Rick Godley. That is, where is she? No, she's over. No, she's there. There, yeah, there. Whoop. That's Sandra Jones.
Too funny.
All right, 819. I am Rick Godley. We are the Q 94.1. Fired up the Facebook pages. We just did. No stranger to me. Strange to me, but no stranger. Man, I've known you how many decades now?
Wow, it's been a few.
Well, let's not go there right now. Sandra Jones is the executive director of ORVA, which is the Washita Region Veterans Association. The project is Project for Hope, and it is a veterans village south of Arcadia, tiny modular homes. This project there, Sandra, has been going on. I'm going to throw, 2016, 2015, possibly?
2016, yes.
All right, 2016. Help the audience understand, before we get into the details of what's going to happen this weekend, a benefit bass fishing tournament, because this is a nonprofit organization. What's the vision?
The vision is to house at least 15 to 20 veterans on 8 acres in Arcadia, just past Bonnie and Clyde. And we have 3 homes out there now that are getting close to be completed. We just got our septic system in, and we are looking at having the well drilled hopefully within the next few weeks. And so I'm hoping to start housing some veterans.
Hoping to start housing, yeah, I know. All right, well, okay. The difference between this vision and a, quote, homeless shelter for veterans, which is essential, which is needed, this is a little bit different. This is based upon, and you would know intimately, the Family Promise model, Family Promise of America. Explain what that is and what this village will be for.
Okay, so this is not your typical homeless shelter. These are individual homes for our veterans. They will go through counseling, anything that will help them get back on their feet. And so we took that model from Family Promise, and we're moving it forward to our veterans, critiquing it, just for them. And we have the Al Center in Ruston, just to name a couple of organizations that want to come alongside our veterans and help them to move forward.
The Family Promise model, as I understood it, because I was with you on that as well, is that when a wage earner or a primaried provider for a family unit, whatever that looks like, 1, 2, 5, when they get compromised due to life's issues, especially compounded with veterans' issues, what typically happens is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the family gets broken apart.
Right.
Because, and again, I'm not trying to fault the system, they're looking out for the well-being of the children.
Right.
Well, Family Promise keeps that unit intact during this time of transition. And that's kind of what this is for. He or she that has a family that needs help, as you mentioned, counseling, life skills training, that they can come and stay for whatever period of time. And oh, by the way, it's not just free either. It's is it free?
It is free.
It is free?
Yes.
Okay.
They will be able to stay for at least 6 months.
Okay, free.
And depending on how they're doing in the program at their 6 months, we will extend that time.
Gotcha.
So we don't want to just turn them away. As long as they're working the program and they're progressing, maybe some need a little more time than others, we definitely want to do whatever we can to help them.
Okay, I get it. All right, so my point, though, being the family can stay together during this time of transition, wherever he or she, whomever, the veteran, gets on their feet, gets back to functioning again, and, as you mentioned, will review to stay and pay rent or move on, because that's the goal.
That is the goal.
And go ahead. And
we want them to move on. We want them to be able to own a home, things that some of the rest of us do. So just anything. I mean, I've talked to veterans who have come out, maybe some of the younger veterans, they don't even know how to balance a checkbook. And so it's things like that, everyday things that we do there's some things that they don't know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to change that.
Well, and to your point on this, because there is this, and I'm friends with the veteran VFW, Veterans of Foreign War, and you got to be a veteran. You have to have served in a combat position overseas. Well, in the year 2000, we've been at war for 20 years and creating that many veterans, but they're of a younger age and they don't realize what this is. And there is help, there is hope, and that's what Project For Hope is. They're just not aware of that.
Right. And we want to make them aware of
Right,
that.
right.
And we'll work with the Wellspring, who they also have a veterans program. It's called the VASH program. They get money to help house veterans.
Mm-hmm.
There's not affordable housing for a veteran to live in.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be that transitional period for them as well. And of course, the Salvation Army, they have veterans
Right.
that are staying there.
Right. I mean, and again, there are great organizations, like you're saying, that are trying to do great things for these great people. This is an opportunity for them to be in one place and have a roof over their head and have a functioning village around them. So 3 modular homes on site. How did these come about? Because people who are either going to be watching us now or hearing us now, you know what? I've never heard of this before. I can donate one of those and write you a check for. So how does this happen? Or a business can say, you know what? I can't donate, but I can provide plumbing services. I can provide air conditioning service. I can provide whatever services.
Right. Well, the homes came about, the first one we bought, we had raised enough money to buy the first one. And then I had written a couple of grants, and we've got cabin 2 and cabin 3 now. And Irby Lighting, and you were talking about businesses donating.
Mm-hmm.
They donated the rest of the electrical and lighting for us to finish up the cabins. The gentleman that put the septic tank in, he donated his labor and some piping and things that were needed. We paid for the tank. So that's how we, the money that we raise are going for things like that.
Right, right.
And, the community's been great. We do need a plumber. You said plumber.
Mm-hmm.
We most definitely need a plumber, and we need some materials. So,
All right. So you have a wish list, I would think, is
We
up on the
do.
Facebook page or website, which is a more convenient one for people.
usually, people hardly ever go to websites
Website, I
anymore.
know.
So I use the Facebook page more than anything
Right.
to get the message out.
All right, and we're streaming live to that Facebook page as well as the other Facebook pages. Project For Hope is the initiative, and it is the umbrella organism of the Ouachita Region Veterans Association. The main thing is to become aware, and then you become aware, then you can say, well, I can't do that, but I can help do this.
Right.
And keeping it all local here, because this is local. And let's touch on this point. It's for veterans, because it doesn't mean they have to be local veterans.
No, they do not. We will serve all of Louisiana and Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas. And, if we get a phone call from someone and says, hey, I've got this veteran
Right.
who needs to get back on their feet and they need to get away from where they are, can we bring them into the program? We're not going to turn a veteran away. As long as they can, as long as they are not drug and alcohol dependent, which we also have services for that. And then they can come in, to our program. But we want to do everything that we can for our veterans.
The thing that I like about this too, and I encourage everybody, in the Wounded Warriors program, I think it's awesome and it's admirable. At the same time, that's a national organization. The local organisms like Project For Hope, if we can invest locally here and become the paragon of excellence, then other organizations would be inspired around the United States to do and operate on a local function. So let's see what we can do to help this out. And one way is get out a hook and get out a rod. And I'm not going to get either of them out, because then I become dangerous. But no, the first annual Hook for Hope, it is a bass fishing tournament. Good thing I don't do this for a living, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
This Saturday at Lazar Park in West Monroe. Tell us the details on this.
Okay, so we'll be out there at 5 o'clock in the morning for those last minute registrations. And we're going to start fishing at 6. Well, they are.
They are.
I think I'll sit this one out.
All right.
And we're going to hopefully raise some great money, and we will have prizes. First prize, I believe, is $1,500, and we actually have five cash prizes, and we've got some really great raffle prizes. We've got door prizes. Spotted Dog gave us a $300 cooler, and that's going to be full of goodies, and so we'll raffle that off. So anything we can do to raise the money we need to kind of move this forward and get it finished.
Sure. Well, yeah, get it going. I mean, again, the progress has been progressive, although maybe slow. Maybe we can accelerate this a little bit more. The capability of the 8 acres, we can have 15 of these modular homes
Yes.
out there. All right, so that's the goal. And should I tip the hand? Did you tell me in the past, or am I dreaming this, that you have possibility to grow this to even bigger acreage, right?
Yes, we do.
Let's think big.
That's right. Let's think big. There are some acreages around us that are actually for sale right now. And so there is a possibility to make this bigger. And one of my really even bigger dreams for this is to have some cabins that we can house older veterans. Maybe they don't need to be in a nursing home. But they don't have enough money to live by themselves. We can make it affordable for them and still have care come in for them, as long as, they can still kind of get around and take care of themselves. But just a place for them to go. I mean, it's surprising to me that in the veterans home on 165 in Monroe, that there's actually veterans in there that really don't need to be there, but they have to be there because they don't have any place else to go. And so that kind of breaks my heart. They don't have family or anybody to, move in with or look after them. So I want to create a space like that for them.
Sure. All right, so everybody has their marching orders right now. If you are being moved in even the slightest way about, I heard Rick talk with Sandra on the Q94.1 about this project for Hope. Sounded interesting. I don't know much. Well, that's your cue to find out more. And if you have any questions or need Sandra to come and speak on behalf of this exciting opportunity, 318-512-9449, 318-512-9449. We do need you to help pass the word about the Hooked. It's Hook for Hope, not Hooked.
You came up with that name.
I always get scared when people say, Rick, do you remember what you said? I'm like, oh, no, what did I say? No, I don't remember. And then they're like, oh, I came up with that name. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I came up with that name.
Yeah.
And
I loved it.
That's this Saturday. And just show up to Lazar Point. And that's a kind of a forgotten park. But I know Stacy Albritton is, a lot of great things are going on in Monroe, West Monroe, Ouachita Parish,
Yes.
in our areas as well. And so just go on out there Saturday. Maybe not at 5 a.m., right?
Maybe not at 5 a.m. If you just want to come out,
Make a
and hang
contribution, yeah.
out, make a contribution. We'll have T-shirts and things. We'll have coffee and donuts in the morning. We've got, a food truck coming out to serve lunch.
Is that the name of it?
It is.
I don't know, a food truck?
Isn't that cool?
Did I come up with that name too?
No, I don't think so.
No, I didn't.
But it's veteran owned, so they'll come out and they have great lunch plates for like $9.99, great sandwiches and things. So you can buy your lunch there. We'll have water and snacks handy and goodie bags for our fishermen and T-shirts. So come on out and have some fun.
I don't know a food truck. I like that.
Well, okay, so you.
Do you know? No, I don't know if
That's
you.
right.
I get it.
You and
I
Kathy
get-
going out to dinner. Honey, what are you hungry for? I don't know. What are you hungry for? I don't know.
Well, let's go to I don't know a food truck.
That's right.
I love innovation, and if you can smile in this day and age, you're ahead of the game. So,
I'm into that.
all right. Any other thing we didn't touch on that you're like, you know what? No work days scheduled, because that's another thing. These are people volunteer to get out there Anything? It's all on the Facebook page?
It's all on the Facebook
Okay.
page. We haven't had a work day for a little bit. We just had recently, Claiborne Electric came out and put new poles and stuff in. And
Great.
so, there's been some progress out in the area, so we've been kind of laying back. And of course, the heat, and we're waiting for the well to be drilled. And I was just talking to my guys at work the other day about, having a work day. And, I have a new job, Petron Services, in West Monroe, and they are one of our top sponsors along with Texas Roadhouse. And, it's definitely been awesome for sure.
It has. Matter of fact, I'm having flashbacks in a good way here with you because I was out there and I have pictures of when the first tree was cut to clear this place.
My favorite pictures are when they did the control burn.
The control, well,
that was so cool.
Did you, I mean, the pictures happened like we were cutting away at like this jungle, like, hey, there's a house in here, and there's been abandoned, and I think he's the fire marshal of Bienville Parish. I don't know.
He's not now, but he was.
We'll burn that. Okay, yeah, and we got that too as well. So, all right, so great fishing opportunity this Saturday. We're linked up and synced up on the Facebook page for the project, the number 4, HOPE, and this is to raise funds for the Veterans Village. Is just south of Arcadia, just south of the Bonnie and Clyde site there. Sandra Jones, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Got the right song for you.
All right.
Fishing in the dark, right? I mean,
Oh, cool.
nitty gritty.
Well, they will be.
That's right. They will be fishing in the dark early on Saturday morning. It's 8:35 here on the Q. All right, so we're still streaming live, and
Okay.
there you have it. You know what to do. Take this message, push it out far and wide, and any questions that you may have, you can Facebook Sandra, call her up. I think I know as much as you. You can call me up too, but
Yeah.
because you're busy, I'm busy, but that's the way things get done.
That's right.
If you ever want something done, find a busy person, because they do.
That's right.
All right, gonna kill this stream. Thanks for watching. Share.
Peace out.